So I'm back and streaming now for a while. Gonna try to do it semi-regularly again. I think my last one was around December, Christmas time. But if I remember correctly, what I was working on around then was trying to get our engine cut over from our Vulkan renderer, which was my first stab at a renderer, to then using the Diligent. I don't know if you could call it a rendering engine or just maybe what I would call Diligent is an abstraction library that makes it much, much easier to write API agnostic code. So we have done that now. We are totally cut over, and we've even added some features that we didn't have before, like omnidirectional shadows, which was really an exciting day. So now, what we've been doing after that, we started working on a game that I was really excited about, but it was just flying too high to the sun, so we've spent maybe most of this year working on it. We've abandoned it for now, and I've switched gears to a game that I've wanted to make for a very, very long time that's much simpler. And that brings us to today. So for the game, one of the features that we need, I really want the ability to animate or bake cloth physics. So what I'm doing is we need to support blend shapes or shape keys or morph targets, whatever you want to call them, in our engine. Right now we only have skeletal animation support, so that means, hold on, let me apply this. We only have skeletal animation support. Whoa. It's a really big boy. Okay, so I've just spent the last 15 minutes putting undies on this lady because I'm not sure what Twitch's nudity terms of service are, but that should do it. And I pulled this model. I didn't make this. I wish I did. I'm not very good at modeling. I pulled this model off of some free site. It's very well done. Whoever made this, good job. But anyway, so we have skeletal animation support, but that doesn't really work for cloth. If you try to attach a bone to cloth, you probably could get it to do what you want it to do, but I couldn't, and it would be a lot clunkier than trying to just use the actual vertex itself, so the vertex position itself. So what a shape key is it's just a snapshot of the position and transform properties of every single vertex in the scene. And if you think about cloth being animated, you could, I don't have any cloth right now, but you could, let me show you. So with shape keys, rather than doing skeletal animation, let's say we give this lady a skirt. Now we hit play. Oh, whoa. Let's try a little bit different here. Well, that's something. I'm going to give this collision as well. Finish. We're done. Still learning this tool. This tool's pretty cool. It's a kind of an add-on to turn just cloth physics in Blender into like a more user-friendly, more like fashion studio. It's pretty cool. It's called Simply Cloth. But yes, I'm done. Oh, I wonder if I could just get rid of it now. I bet I can. Get rid of it. Oh, I've gone and done it now. Well, Oh, there we go. Simulate tab. Okay, so now if I try that, there, now I can stick to the shorts. Okay, so now let's say that we wanted this lovely skirt to, oh, they're gonna get me for the nudity. If we wanted this lovely skirt to flow realistically as the character is animated, and we don't want to do all that computation engine side, which I don't think I do, then what I can do is I can say, okay, this frame, take a snapshot or a shape key of every vertex, and then skip forward a little bit to this one and do the same thing, and then this one, and it'll be more exciting when the character is actually spinning around. Then I can export those and simply just lerp between them, and I'm hoping that that is more efficient than trying to calculate the position of every vertex using Jolt, which is our, not our, but the physics engine that we've pulled in. So that's the theory here, and what I'm doing specifically right now is trying to make it look nice, make a shape key demo that will be exciting when I get it to work engine side. Because I could do this simply enough, probably would be done already if I had made a just cube with a piece of fabric on it and shaken the cube around, but that wouldn't be quite as exciting as making it much closer to what it'll actually be in game. So I'm making a twirly skirt. Just started learning about all this cloth physics stuff, and it's very fun. But also kind of maddening if you don't get it right. Okay, so we're going to give her a basic skirt. I don't know if I want to do this before or after I get skeletal animation applied to the model. That's the worst part about animation in Blender, or probably anywhere, is that I feel like sometimes, especially if I'm trying to get a Mixamo animation going, I will get everything set up and then I'll put a Mixamo animation on my rig and everything will blow up, or I forgot to apply location, rotation, and scale to my model, and when I do that, now my animation is over here. And so something, long story short, something usually goes horribly wrong at some phase of the process. Okay, let's try that. Oh, okay. I don't know. This poor woman's undies are very crooked, I think is what's happening here. So that looks pretty good for the skirt. I'm going to extend it a little bit. Does that work? Ooh. I really want it to be twirly. Oh, I just want to subdivide one way. Can I do that? Oh yeah, but I can do loop cuts. Sweet. Okay. Oh, and that preserves the scene. Wonderful. Okay, let's try that. What kind of skirt do we get? It's a little crooked. Oh, that looks nice. Okay, now we don't even think we have an armature on her right now. Oof, I just hate rigging. It never works. If anyone knows how to rig, give me all of your secrets. So now if we move this mesh, I think that the armature is what has to move. Okay. Turn this off. Alright. I'm going to save this as Twirl NM3. This is attempt 3. Basic human rig. Okay, that's almost just right out of the box. Whoever made this model did a really good job. Okay. So does anyone watching this in the future, do they know if Twitch's nudity policy applies to things like this? If she wasn't wearing a bra, or if I move her body and forget to parent the bra, does that count as a nudity strike? Someone lets me know, that'd be great. I don't think it should, but you can see where that'd be a fine line. Instead of just parenting the undies. Oops, which one did I pick? Okay, let's try that. How did that? Oh, oopsie, that's what I mean. Am I gonna get a strike? Who knows? Better start on this side, just in case. Okay, that clearly wasn't. The body looks good. Oh, that you could transfer weights. Can I remember how to do that? I was watching a tutorial on this. And there's a way to transfer weights. Let's try it. Transfer weights from okay. Data type. None of those seem right. Did that work? Did I do anything? Let's try it. Oh my gosh, it did. It did. Oh, that's exciting. Okay. That's sweet. Okay. So what I just learned there is if you try the only tool in my toolbox, I now have two tools in my toolbox for rigging. The first one is if you click the mesh first, the body, and then you shift right click the armature, and then you go Control P, you can choose automatic weights. That doesn't work well for clothes. So what you can do is you can shift your right click on the clothes and then shift right click on the armature, and you can go to Control P with envelope weights, and I didn't come up with this, I found this in a tutorial. You go to envelope weights, then you right click on the shirt, and you go to weight paint, you go to weights, and transfer weights is the button you want. I don't know why it worked without me having selected any mesh to transfer from, but it's okay. Okay, so let's go back to pose mode, see if the undies are going to have the same problem. Yeah, probably. Oh, yuck. What's going on there? Maybe the legs are also having a problem. Okay. Let's go to the armature, go back to X-ray. Armature. Pose mode. Oh. Oh, that's fine. Looks great. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Now, if we go back to object mode, we bring this back. So what my plan is will be to import this gal into the game, which so far is really just a game design document and an empty window. That there's nothing more exciting than an empty window, the promise of an empty window. But anyway, I will be importing her into the game, and in order to do that I have to add a new asset type that I'm going to call shape key or shape clip, shape key animation. Probably call it shape key animation. And then, so that's going to be an NC tools in our NC converter, which can go from Blender FBX file and other asset types to our NCA file type. So what that's going to do is it's going to take an FBX file, which I was reading that ASIMP, which is what we use, our asset importer, has support for blend shapes already. So then we're going to get a list of the blend shapes. And what I was looking into yesterday, I saw that ASIMP already interpolates from the previous keyframe's vertex position to the next. So I think that I could just do the same kind of, so say my clip is 30 seconds long and I'm doing, or no, that's a very, very long clip. Say my clip is 30 frames long, 1 second long, and I'm doing 30 frames a second. Then if I have 5 keyframes, then frame 1, I can just get the 0th keyframe, and then frame 2, I can interpolate between the 0th keyframe and the first, and then by that factor of 0.1 or whatever that'll end up being. From there I can just find that frame's vertex offset for each vertex, and I think I just need to add it in the vertex shader. So this, if that math holds true, which I haven't actually sat and written it down yet, I'm only postulating about it, but it doesn't seem to be that complicated at all. A lot simpler than skeletal animation, where you have to take all the offset transformations through the hierarchy. That was took like months and months and months to figure that out. Okay, so now if we turn the dress on, this is the kind of thing I'm hoping to achieve here. Let's give her a spin. Oh, this one. Oh, do you? Why? Why are you not parenting? Oh, that's interesting. Body has collision. The shorts have collision. I don't think I need to parent this, but you try it. I think I did that any other time that I was doing this today. Okay, well, we'll try it. Oh yeah, okay, I did need to parent it. Oh, see, that's so cool. That's so cool. Yeah, look at that nice twirl. Shunk. Oh, I should probably, okay. So the problem with some of the clipping we saw there is self-collision needs to be on. And that just means that the vertices of this skirt are not only doing collision detection with anything marked as having collision, so that'd be the body, then the underwear, but they also do collision detection with each other as part of the simulation. That is what we want. So if we spin her around, look at that. That looks so nice. And the whole reason I'm doing this, I just want, as my character is bouncing along, there to be some, some nice physics simulation going on, just for the juice. There's someone on X named Xing Poppy, I think is the name, and they have a really cool kind of I don't even know the term. It's a really cool looking pixel shader with oh, what is the term for the dissolve effect that whatever. But anyway, they're making a game with lots of, like, a really cool gritty pixel shader, but then also a lot of cloth simulation, and it just looks very cool. I don't remember, I don't think I was streaming any of this, but I made a really, really cool kind of dark fantasy outline shader that I've been spent months and months working on that. I think that was right after I stopped streaming. So I'm going to be using that in this game. Wow, it's really working well. Okay, so now how much effort do I want to put into actually making the arms look good? Probably none. Okay. Maybe some. I don't think I have any coding energy in me tonight. So if I can just accomplish some animation energy, we'll call it a night. Ooh. Okay, we want to go to the I know that Mixamo animations get a bad rap, but honestly I think that they cover the extent of everything I'll ever need. And my only problem with them is what I was mentioning before. Sometimes when I import them into my rig, things go absolutely haywire in terms of my character will be dancing upside down and jumping all around the z-axis like a crazy person. And then the other one is if I'm trying to combine multiple Mixamo clips into the same rig, that gets all screwed up too sometimes. But other than that, I really think Mixamo's awesome. what are all, I don't know what any of those are. Those actions. 11 actions? Okay. How many are, oh dear God. As you can see, this hasn't been my first attempt. Okay, that all looks okay. Get rid of all of you. We want to call this action spin. And let's make it $120. We'll try that. Hit A and then I to insert keyframe for all channels. And then I'm going to do the same. Oh no, what's happening? It's not good. Oh, is it just going too fast? And then do one here too. Okay. The thing I'm still trying to figure out now with cloth and actions is there seems to be a single timeline that how things relate to an action when I'm just highlighting the properties of the armature, for example, or just trying to capture the position of the armature, the bones in the armature. I don't know if that applies to the cloth. I don't think so. Otherwise, skeletal animation would just work for cloth. Okay, so let's take, I think what happened there was just that physics is getting calculated and I'm going too fast with the slider. So we go back. I think I can just ignore the position of the dress for now. Because I think I'm just focused on animation. So let's, what does a spin look like? Let's just have her arms flick out. Maybe at the 30. Yeah, I'm just going to ignore the dress. I think it's fine to do that. Oh dear. It's kind of hard to ignore. Okay, we go all the way to 30. Oh god, okay. Now let's have her spine. Is she bending? What's going on? Okay. Okay. Something is not right here. Oh, this is so cursed. Okay. Oh god. This is somehow turned into a horror movie. Let's just start over here. We're going to go I, and then at 60, we're gonna have her turn that way, and by 6:20 she's gonna be back. Okay, let's just try. I feel like is she morphing, or is my model just weird? She's gotta be morphing, right? Oh dear. Why? Okay, she's definitely getting skinnier. Also, that's not really the spin effect I was hoping for. It's not the spin of my dreams here. Okay. Why are you morphing? Let's go back to the beginning. Oh. Oh, you're pretty off-center. That's probably why. Oh no. That looks better. I think that fixed the morph. It would be nice if I could just turn. Oh, active. Perfect. Okay. There we go. Hope that works. So all I'm trying to do right now is just to animate the skeleton. Okay, so let's try that. Nice. Okay, so pose 1, she'll be back. At the end, she'll be back. Now let's say, what's she gonna do? She's going to, by 60, her arms will be up. Oops. Okay, and then her whole, maybe the hips will have turned, and maybe this leg will have turned. want you to snap back. Okay, and then be all the way back to here. And then Alt GRS, Alt GRS, S. All right, let's try that. Kind of looks like a turn, and then if we make it, what's the, is it T? Yeah, linear. Let's try that. Better, those arms are weird. I think I can get rid of this keyframe now that I've, oh no, not all of them, just this one. Now this whole thing can really just be S.5. There's some insane arms. Okay, so now if we go back to the skirt and make it active, what happens here? Oh no. Okay, let's turn it into something in the skeletal animation put a crease on there, and I need to find out what. Oh, I think it was the foot rotation. I don't even need that. Alright, well, I will pick this back up tomorrow. It is time for bed. Good night, y'all.